What's going on, guys? Your boy HQ420 here. I'm welcoming y'all back. Day 0. Day 205. The powerful one. The spiritual one. I am the one. The immaculate one's not with us today. But I hope he's doing well. Didn't he say he was at a wedding?
He's in
You know what he said he was
Sedona.
doing?
Yeah.
Is it at a wedding?
Oh, I'm not sure. I just know it's in Sedona because I saw a picture on Twitter today and I was like, oh, I wish I was there.
I feel like he said a wedding. That's what I feel like. So that's what I'm gonna go with. One of those things that I deem not necessary in this life, but that's okay. Everybody wants to get married. It's all good. I just don't see any point of going up to the courthouse and telling somebody I want to be with them forever, whatever that means, forever for 5 years or 10 years, whatever.
It's pretty weird to get the
In
state
principle,
involved in your relationship.
I'll be more than happy to get married if she has a lot of money.
yeah. Well, folks, they talk about it's biblical to get married, but in the Bible they ain't never say go to the state and get your papers through them. You
Right.
just you consummate the marriage and then you agree that you're gonna be together forever. Consummate means fucking. You fuck and you say I'm gonna be together forever. That's
Yeah.
it.
You want
that's
to be
that's
together for? All right, let's have sex.
yeah. I mean that's it. That's pretty much all it says. It doesn't say go get you a priest or a pastor, stand in front of a bunch of folks you don't like. You know, serve some liquor and beer and wine and food and dance. That is a human ritual. We like rituals. Do we not like rituals
Oh, we love them.
as humans? I mean, that's our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to like you have your morning ritual, you have your go to bed ritual, you have your movie ritual. Like all you do is rituals, really.
Yeah. Across the
Like
board.
there's really when you get rid of the rituals and the this and the that, you find there's really nothing left at the end of the day.
Food,
Yeah. That's
breathing,
Like you're just
sex.
really like we are what we kind of and we write these rules for our lives and then we follow them and that gives us justification in existence to some degree.
yeah. Well, I just
It's
find it
kind of
funny on the
morbid. And I,
marriage front when I talk to people about it. I'm like. I'm like, okay, so you understand what it says. It just says this in the Bible. That's pretty much it. If that's what you're going by. But nobody will believe that y'all two were joined as one in the holy matrimony unless the state tells everybody so.
Yeah.
That's it. So you don't want separation of church and state. Like you do not. In theory, if we look at it.
I've
What are you
just
about to
been
say,
like
Corey?
purely
I would love to end.
practical.
Oh, let Lindsay speak first.
Oh, I just purely practically like weddings are ridiculously expensive. How much money and time are you going to put into this thing that's like a day of your life? And then I watched all these people doing it and they're just freaking out the whole way up to it. One of my friends who I was a bridesmaid for had to, like years later, I went and looked at the photos of the wedding because I'd never seen them since then, when I was in the wedding. So I wanted to see them. So it's like years later, I was like looking through and she's like, I don't remember this. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. And I was like, why don't you remember any of this? It's your wedding. And she's like, oh, I was on 4 Xanax. I was like, why?
Golly.
She's like, because I was freaking out. And I was like, oh my God. So you spent all this money, did all this, practice and paid for all the practice dinners and all these things and bridesmaid dresses, all this stuff. And then you just took Xanax and forgot it. It didn't even experience it. Wild. People are wild about weddings.
4 Xannies?
Yeah. So like, why even do it? If it's such a stressor, if it's so expensive, like what is actually the point of it? I actually like if you're just like, I want to honor this person, our relationship, and I want people we love to also be happy about it with us and let's have a party. Like, cool, do it. But like, why are you gonna put like $20,000 into it? Buy a house or something. Like, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know,
yeah.
man.
There was my buddy. Golly, this was years ago. He shut down a whole mall in Charlotte, downtown Charlotte, for his wedding. The entire mall. The only thing that was open was the restaurant that went downstairs. I was like, I
That
didn't
had to
ask
be
him how much
expensive.
that cost.
Yeah.
I didn't ask how much that cost. Now, thankfully, he's still with her. He's been with her since high school. Now, in college, I thought they were going to kill each other. Mainly because it was one night. I mean, she socked him in the eye, and then he went and grabbed a blade. I was like, I'm about to witness a murder.
Yeah.
I mean,
Love and
you know what I'm
love.
saying? They domestic violence. That's what they were about.
Domestic violence is so loving.
hey, but they're still together. You know what I'm saying? So far they've made it. I always tell people they're sitting there and you give congratulations for certain things. Oh, congratulations on your engagement and things. I'm not congratulating shit like at all until I see that one of y'all is holding the other people's hand in death. All right, right there by the bedside. Then I'll say you made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, until that time, it's just like when folks have kids. Oh, congratulations. It's a gift from God. All of them ain't been gifts from God. I mean, let's settle down now. I mean,
So here's the deal. Like, it really, the only reason that there's men and women to exist at all is so that they can have children. That's it. Period. Or we're designed this way to fuck, and that's it. And that's life's number one priority. And so a relationship fosters that environment, right? But
right.
as far as the procreation of the species go, it's not very efficient. And as far as the advancement of the species, that should probably last a couple of years, 3, 5, 7, whatever. From my experience, that's meant to last 3 to 5 years, and that's if there's children involved. If there's not children involved, the biology is weird and it does other things, and your emotions are all linked to this because we really don't have any control over shit. We're all part of the environment, and life more happens to us than we happen to it. And so,
I will say that's new
like,
age. I will say that's new age, Corey, because
I don't know about new age.
Nigga, we in the new age. That's the new age shit about how long a relationship lasts. Now, if you think about it, just think about 1,000 years ago. You didn't just up and leave no dude that was taking care of you because they but you was either married or you in the whorehouse. I mean, that was it.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. So that would imply that technological advancement and advancement of the culture in the direction we've gone would be somehow responsible for the apparent and obvious shift. Yes. Well, at least in as far as I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're like proliferation of the species wise, what you're talking about is true. But if you're talking about like advancement as a culture and society, then the family actually matters.
That's true. But oftentimes you have the macro and the micro view conflict, right? Like usually they're total opposites regardless of what environment you're analyzing. So, or system
right. So the deal. So men would have a lot of times men would have multiple wives. Okay. And
only in weird cultures, it seems. Only in weirdo cultures.
Yeah. Now, in these cultures, now they didn't call all of them wives. They called some of them concubines. But the concubines couldn't just get up and just leave. Like they were considered property of the man still. And like if you went and you fucked another dude, then that was a problem as a concubine.
So I'm all about like barefoot and pregnant, but that doesn't mean I should extend that to fucking a man having 5 wives. Like it's just that's outside the pale. Even 2 is outside the pale. I'm all about one-on-one, but like you can't be violating certain things.
All the great men throughout history have fucked all kind of women. If you want me to be honest, that's the way it is. The more power you obtain, the more pussy you're able to get. I'm not saying that any of that pussy likes you.
They're more willing to stick it anywhere the more power they have.
Well, yeah, that because you got the ability to. You've got influence over. I'm going back biblical. David, he saw Bathsheba up there bathing. He told his guards, "Go get the bitch. Bring me that booty." I mean, you know what I'm saying? But be a man of God. He go in there and talk about bring me that booty. And he go in there and slay out on that thing. Look, power corrupts all. I don't give a fuck. Power corrupts all. It just is what it is. It's not. I can't think of anybody in history who didn't rise to power without having a few dark moments during that time or after. You know what I'm saying? They did some dirty shit to get there. And they were willing to do that. And so, we've seen that as far as you got your kings, you got your people who've got a lot of money, and a lot of times they do have a bunch of women because the women flock to them. They flock to resources. That's usually what women do, and they're able to. Uh, the men are able to parlay their power, their resources into having them pretty much a brothel. Whether we believe that's right or not, that's the way it works.
I
So
don't
I look
care
at
if people
somebody.
want to do that.
Mhm.
They should do whatever they want. If it's consenting
Right.
adults, basically, like, who cares?
Yeah, like Nick Cannon. Nick Bo. All these women know that he's gonna go fuck some other woman and knock him up, and they do not care.
I don't know
When
who
he
that
comes
is.
around, they said, Wildin' Out. Was it what's that drum movie he did? Rapper Nick Cannon. Come on, you know Nick Cannon.
I don't know
Damn.
anybody. No, dude.
Okay, he was married to Mariah
I'll look it
Carey.
up. Okay.
He was married to Mariah Carey.
He's like,
So
this is
he's
like
like
years
a.
ago. This isn't even like anything fresh.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
This
still
is
don't
like
know anything. I haven't known anything my
was it
whole life about pop
10 years ago.
culture.
10 years, but I think he got like 12 kids from like 5 different women. So I mean, like these women, and he ain't gonna be around. It's like, yeah, you can come get some. Who are you? Nick Cannon? Yeah, yeah. Come on down, dog. It's like I need to bring any rubbers. No, don't
let
even
me.
pull out, dog.
I have a commentary on pop culture. So pop culture is kind of like knowing pop culture is kind of like knowing your environment. Like if you're dropped off in a strange land and getting to know what the hell is going on here and where am I and how do I get out of this place. Pop culture is kind of part of that part of the map. It's part of the understanding of. So even if you're not a part of it, like pop culture is something that should be like viewed from a distance, but we're always pulled into it in some way, shape, or form, right? Because it is culture nonetheless. But it is good to stay apprised of what's happening, just so for no other reason you can make fun of people who are fucking retarded.
I
Yeah,
only
well,
learn
life.
of anybody or anything through conversations like this.
Yeah, life tends to flow with trends. So whatever is trending at the moment, that's what kind of takes over the landscape.
Well, so here's the thing. When I was little, we had 2 TV channels until I was like 13. And then we were homeless and we got put in a home with they had a giant satellite dish that actually like moved when you changed the channel.
Oh, I know
like
that. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like 20 feet wide. Then we had that. So then we had like MTV all of a sudden. So for a very short period of time when I was in that house, I had suddenly like Nirvana and like all the grunge shit and all of these things and like hip hop. And then we moved again and then we had like 3 channels again. And then like nothing's on those channels and they don't even come in anyway. And so you don't see anything. And none of my friends had cable or any of that stuff. Then I went to college. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have any channels at all. I had nothing. I didn't even have a TV. I had a computer so I could do my homework. And then I moved basically to the Middle East. I didn't know anything about the US culture while I was there. And then I got back and then I was teaching and I had worked like 80 hours a week. And so I didn't have an idea. So my whole life, I'm just not aware of most things that are pop culture because of that.
That would be true because
Yeah.
you didn't
It's
have
not
any
like I was
access to
trying to
any
go
of it.
one way or the other. It's just was like how things were.
Okay, so probably some of the people that you hung around had some slight influence via pop culture,
Yeah. So like I
and it
knew Drew Barrymore was
rubbed off
cool.
on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Drew Barrymore, the 90s? What, do you guys don't know who Drew Barrymore is? If I
No,
know
I know who
someone,
she is,
everyone should know that person.
but you said she was cool.
She was cool in the 90s, yeah.
Well, when I think of her, I just remember that girl from E.T.
So in the
Yes.
90s, Drew Barrymore was with, what was that guy's name? Everyone thought he was so hot. He was Robin in the George Clooney Batman, I believe.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Chris
about.
something. Chris something. Not Chris
Yeah,
Pines.
yes. I know exactly who you're talking about.
That guy. She was in movies with him or something, and that was like super amazing because all the girls loved Chris, whoever he was.
Hold on.
And then
You
I
said
had
the
like
guy who was Robin. Oh, Chris
Yeah.
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell. Yeah, Chris O'Donnell was the hot shit.
Oh yeah, that's my man who played on NCIS Los Angeles with LL Cool J.
But then other things everyone would love, and I'd be like, what's wrong with you all? But again, I think they had like TV, and so they were like seeing it over. So like everyone loved like NSYNC, and I was like, why the fuck would you like NSYNC? Like what? And like the whole school would be like NSYNC, and I'd be like, you guys are all crazy. Oh, you're crazy people. That is not a good musical choice. You're freaks.
Well, NSYNC, but the boy bands were big in the 90s.
So bad.
Big.
So bad. So maybe I just because I
You
have
took-
some taste. I don't.
You
I
talking
don't know.
about you talking about New Kids on the Block,
I love them,
NSYNC,
but I was like 7.
Backstreet Boys. What was the other one?
Backstreet Boys, yeah.
Oh shit.
New
What was
Kids
the
on the
other
Block
boy
are now
band?
back together for a residency in Vegas.
That's amazing.
All five original members.
See, I would go.
Oh
to
yeah,
that,
here we go.
ironically.
98 Degrees. Hanson.
Hanson. Oh,
Oh yeah.
little tiny
Yeah,
little
those were the big ones.
You see, these groups are produced in a factory.
Literally. Oh, what are the girls from Britain? Spice Girls. I was like, you guys like them though, but they were specifically intentionally created to make money off of you. You should not like that.
And it's so funny because if you actually saw what the person looked like who wrote the songs that these people sing, it's probably some fat Jewish dude playing a fucking ukulele with a yarmulke.
That's probably true though.
Fat Jewish dude. He making the beat with his yarmulke on. Let me drop this beat for you. No, but hey, look,
You
but
think I'm bullshitting?
we can honestly say that era has almost been completely destroyed. They really don't have these boy band, girl band groups anymore, unless you're playing like a heavy metal band or something like that.
No, now they just take a kid, tattoo his face, put him on Xanax, and like have him mumble something. I don't even know if it has to be written down. I think he just like mumbles some things and they just loop it, and then it's like a song now.
Yeah. So they find these people. What's that guy's name? The one who's who's allegedly the girl was found in the trunk. David, is that his name?
I don't know this either.
They said he was dating this chick when she was supposedly 13. And then she wound up he's like in his 20s.
Oh, gross.
You know, okay, so I just had to ask, fucking Google, like, are all the good pop songs written by Jews, right? That's my question.
Isn't he?
And so here's the thing. What I get is instead I get an article pops up, the 150 greatest Jewish pop songs of all time. Like they just have to consolidate everything I want to know into one place, as always. I swear,
but they can't
every
actually
word out of their fucking mouth is a confession.
They can't actually answer the question. They have to be like, well, it's a common conspiracy theory that Jews blah blah blah, but however, it is also true that Jews wrote all the songs. You know.
All right, so this is on the list: Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen, Janis Ian, Spirit, Remedy. I don't know any of these bands. Then we got Haim, Regina Spektor.
Regina Spektor is written by Jewish people.
The Bangles, Human Sexual Response. Oh, and that song's called The Anne Frank Story. Bob Dylan, the Beastie Boys, the Ramones, Neil Diamond, Dua Lipa, Peter Himmelman.
Are they just listing people who happen to be Jewish? Or are they listing
Dua
people
Lipa's hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dua Lipa's stunning. She's badass.
Randy Newman, Vampire Weekend.
I haven't heard that.
David Bowie, the Hooters, the Ramones again.
David Bowie's Jewish.
Rolling Stones, the Byrds.
He's Jew-like.
Simon.
He's Jew adjacent.
Dude, Leonard Cohen's songs were on this like 10 times.
That's what it looks like when you're Jew adjacent.
Your mom is on the list.
Your mom.
Rush.
What's the name of the band?
ZZ Top, The Clash, Warren Zevon, Jay Black. I don't know who the fuck that is. Lou Reed, Joan Baez, Paul Simon again, Madonna,
Joan Baez sings about
Liza
like
Minnelli,
Catholicism.
Elvis Costello. What? Rivers of Babylon by the Melodians. That's the band for fucking Jimmy Cliff. Oh, go fuck yourself with that one.
Yeah, come on.
He was a Rastafarian. He was a Rastafarian.
Maybe
He was an original
Rastafarian
Israelite.
is a secret Jewish op.
There it is.
All right,
Secret
I'm
Jewish
done.
op.
Like,
You can't just be done. You can't just be done.
If your neighbor was
You can't just be
Jewish, then
done.
Jews will take credit for your shit. Oh, he wrote this song because he had this great Jewish neighbor. Fuck you.
Come on, man. It ain't like that. I don't think it
like
is.
that.
It says it had a great Jewish neighbor. Hey, well, the music industry it has changed substantially because it did used to be where you started out in one of these bands, and then whoever ascended to the top, lead singer or whatever, you had multiple people. Then they would branch out and do their own single albums after you put out 3 or 4 as a band together. But that's kind of went away. That's usually how most people got their start. They start out in a band. So I'm wondering why we kind of moved away from that particular dynamic as far as with music.
I feel like at some point they had to kind of like at least pretend people had talent. So they had to like float them out and like see who was responded to. And now I think they've realized they can just put anyone on the radio and play it 600 times and people will be like, that must be good. I like this now.
Well, here's something funny because pop music is popular for a reason. And I can always and I'm not putting rap music into this because most rap is garbage.
Yeah.
But pop, dance pop, like what's her face? Carpenter, whatever the fuck. Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter.
Right. Like that's pop music to me. It's kind of dancey, kind of hip,
yeah,
not really specific to a genre. It's just pop, right? The guys who write that shit are like, they have to have psychologists involved with that because every one of those songs that really hits like number 1 on those charts always has like a hook that's catchy, and that hook is only like 2 notes or 3 notes. It's never like right. It's always super simple, and it just gets you. So it's triggering in on something about music in general that they have figured out moves people. You know what I mean? And then they put some fluff around it. I would really like to see behind the scenes of the guys who are actually putting this stuff together. Or I might be completely wrong, and they genuinely might be some fucking retards going dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun.
Well, no, you're right. I don't remember where I read about this or learned about this, but there's a set of notes that are like intrinsically responded to even from infants. So even from infancy, you're like responding to these notes, and they're simplistic and they're repetitive. And then like after a certain age, your brain can kind of handle more complexity, and you might respond to like classical music or other things that are way more advanced sort of and complex, but not really until that. You might still like listen to it and I don't know, have some response, but it's not the same. Your brain doesn't respond the same as it does to these like simplistic like series of tones. And it also correlates with your brain waves changing when you're 7 and your teeth changing when you're 7. There's this whole thing about it, but pop songs are using the same notes that are the most simplistic, least complicated, and most childlike.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're
and
absolutely
also
right.
Another thing I noticed is that a lot of these songs have strong percussive elements. Like the hook, it would not be like a pad or something subtle. It'll be something very aggressive with a distinct tone to it that's like a hammer hitting something instead of like, picture a hammer compared to like a rubber hammer, right? Something soft compared to something hard, like the very percussive ones. And that reminds me of like ancient drum circles or something like that, and so it seems to lead back to like early primitive triggering of something.
Yeah,
it's primitive. Because nobody knows what music is. Nobody really knows what the fuck it is. We like it. We jam out to it. We have a science behind it. Nobody knows what the fuck music really is and why it affects us the way it does.
It's the same as everything else that's produced for us. It's like, it's simplistic and it's infantilizing, and it keeps you in your lowest sort of mind instead of your highest. And then it's the easiest to respond to and react to. So this is like newspapers are written in like 3rd grade capable language, right? Like You have to keep things stupid because the lowest common denominator, but also because you actually want to keep people in a simplistic mindset instead of a more complicated one where they might realize some things, have some self-reflection.
I have an interesting idea. If you're of the mindset that people are of a vibrational state, right? Perhaps music is an intentional way to manipulate that state.
That's also
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like there's a big theory on the bells were like healing in the churches, and people would go to the churches to be healed because they'd hit the bells, and you get put into a different vibrational state.
Yes.
Music seems to be a targeted way to adjust that, and so hence it would be a prime area to manipulate
mind
people
control
through if you actually get the right people together who can understand these concepts and work with songwriters to implement them to manipulate populations. Hell, you don't perhaps even need the lyrics to be of a certain nature. You can manipulate their state of mind through
via vibration. So propaganda via vibrations.
Yeah. Well, so there's this whole
deep?
thing about the actual hertz of music that it's I don't know the right words because I'm not like a sound person, but it's like recorded at 440 because that is discordant or disharmonious, but 432 is what it had been and is more harmonious, or is one of the solfeggio tones or something like that. And so, it matters like to your brain. And so they're intentionally, the idea is recording in this other way. But I knew a person who had a double PhD in music theory and music something else, engineering, I want to say. And they were like, that's kind of bullshit. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't actually matter. It's actually the tones and the complexity and the song itself that matters more than like the hertz that it's like recorded at or whatever. So I don't know, but there's a lot of people who believe it matters deeply.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't agree in that theory because when you're looking at every set of notes has different hertz and vibrational frequency. So basically, ultimately, what they're saying is that they detuned all of music, but that doesn't really, or they reframed where music was set, the notes music was centered around before, and that doesn't really jive with me at all because like you can go to Asia, and in Japan they have like instruments that have half tones that like no musician in the West understands what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like the notes between the notes. And so that's something different as well. So how would it affect that? It wouldn't really. So to me, that theory is kind of,
I'm with
sounds good, and it's kind of paranoid, but yeah, I understand where it's coming from, but I don't agree.
And I get like if you want to make reformat all your music into 432 and that makes you feel good, like cool, do it. But I'm like, in essence, I feel like if you're just listening to things that have a certain effect on you, that's more important. So like, when you're sad, listen to sad music. When you're angry, listen to angry music. But in general, if you're just gonna have music on, perhaps, you want to make it a little bit uplifting or something.
I'm very interested in the healing nature of the vibrations, and like they did with the bells, and how can that be recreated today?
Supposedly they are people who are using sonic health tools can like target cancer because they can read the vibration of that cell and then I don't know, reverse it or meet it with an opposite wave or something, and it just like destroys itself.
Right, but where can what speakers do I gotta buy to hook up to my computer, and what do I gotta play to duplicate that stuff? That's what I'm interested in. Because I'd be willing to spend money to try to duplicate some healing stuff that way, for sure.
Well, if we're talking about like the vibrational state of your mind and what they have studied, if you look at like, monks who are like experts at meditation and they can get their brain into whatever sort of wavelength brain, waveform, and they can do it really quickly and easily, and then they can show the physiology changes and the cells change, and like, the bad cells destroy themselves faster and the good cells like replicate easier, and your stress levels go down, your cortisol's less, and all these other things. You can do it to yourself if you're just talking vibrations. But it's practice. You have to take practice. But yeah, if you could use tones to induce healing. So this is the idea behind like hemisync and the binaural beats, not just any binaural beats, but like finely tuned binaural beats that are used by the CIA. And also anyone who wants to use them, then you can affect all sorts of things in your body mind connection and heal faster This is what studies show, etc. So there's some like
Not
sound
binaural
healing
beats.
directly applied through technology that's quite advanced, actually. Yeah, and anybody can go get it at HemiSync.
Shit might
I'm not a
be
HemiSync
a little bit too deep for
representative.
me. Oh, you're not?
I just happen to know about it.
Okay.
But people
Okay.
hate it. People are like, the CIA fucking did that, and so it's like mind control. And I'm like, well, the CIA is interested in it
Well,
because it works, not
yeah.
because they were like, hey, go make us this mind control device. They were just like, whoa, what are you doing, and why is it so effective? And so they looked into it. Now they use it in whatever ways, but it's not like it's an inherently negative thing just because the CIA likes it, right?
So we know of some of the mind control stuff, the MK Ultra stuff, right? But the MK Ultra stuff was like 150 programs. I think we've heard about like a dozen or a little more, couple dozen maybe of those programs. We don't know the names or what any of those other things were. And yes, there absolutely was crazy shit done with people's minds, the Harvard LSD experiments. They did a lot of LSD stuff. For some reason, when you even in the offshoot research of Kennedy, you come across them wanting to dose people with acid like all kinds of places, right? It seemed to be their focus for like a decade. But I can't help but think that the vast majority of the MK Ultra stuff, once you get past the superficial layer mind control stuff that we've heard about, I think most of that really ends up being a cover for like a large scale chemical and biological and all kinds of weird weapons programs, because all of the mind control stuff was connected to drugs in one way, shape, or form, or substances in one way, shape, or form. Now they did like the torture and like they waterboarded people, for lack of a better word, of the day, or whatever techniques they did back then. But all those programs connected to substances. And so that kind of got me thinking that we don't know what most of these programs were. And I'm willing to bet that programs like that fell under MK Ultra will ultimately connect to programs like a couple years ago they busted, like, the Russia outed the CIA as having some kind of like mosquito farm in fucking Malaysia or something like that, like where they were infecting mosquitoes and testing and see what they would do with these infected mosquitoes.
Pretty sure
Like, to
I'm
me,
pretty sure they're just doing all the male mosquitoes that don't bite nobody, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm pretty sure that those kind of programs are ultimately what the vast majority of the MK Ultra programs became. Less so on the psychological stuff, because I think that morphed into more of the media control, large scale influence operations, as opposed to the individual. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have grooming programs where they do some Scientology type shit to these people, but I think the form and structure is different than what it was. I just don't see them doing on any kind of scale the stuff they were doing in the 60s, because they got busted for all that stuff. They got outed, and I think that technology has kind of allowed them to morph how they would do that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it's a different world.
They're a little bit more covert now. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I don't know that covert's the right
Maybe
word.
not.
They're probably
Maybe not.
more. It's probably more overt, in our face.
Just put it right in your face and just say, "Here it is."
Yeah.
So kind of
Yeah.
like
even
kind of
we were
like
just
COVID. Kind of like COVID. Like,
yeah.
here it is in your face. We're fucking you, and it's just like, okay. I mean, that was it. This is gonna fuck you. I'll take it.
Well,
No problem.
even this
But
we're talking
I
about
tell you
with the
this much
music.
though, I am every day I am more and more of the belief that there is no deep state, and ultimately it's the Jews. It's just the Jews. And I don't say that jokingly. Like, there is no deep state. It's the Jews. I mean, it is as fucking overt as it gets. They are the ultimate secret society in our faces.
Do we believe that there
The
is
oldest money.
other factions that are vying for power outside of the alleged Jews?
Yes. There's two factions of technocrats. One is pro-Jewish and the other is not.
Well, here's another thing. You had the left-wing Jews who supported Biden and all those, wackadoo DEI programs, and you got the right-wing Jews who were supporting all the all the other side of things. And I have a feeling that those two sides like connect on the back end. Those left wing and the right wings, they connect in B'nai B'rith and AIPAC and ADL, and that's where they all connect in the large scale global Jewish establishment. Because it ain't just Israel that's the problem. It's this large scale global establishment, which involves the Jewish agency and, like I said, B'nai B'rith, which is openly Jewish Masons. It's Jewish Freemasonry. That's what the B'nai B'rith is. And they're as open as can be about everything.
Right.
Nothing is hidden anymore. It's not covert ops I think we should be concerned about. It's the overt ops that are the problem.
Right. Well, at one point in time, they were hot on our trails about pushing everybody becoming one with the WHO, which the WHO went radio silent.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything from them in a long time.
They don't have much power anymore because Trump pulled all the funding, and then also that treaty, it went through, but it lost all of its teeth on the way. So it's just kind of a pointless additional, like,
well, here's the
nothing.
thing, like, there's no such thing as a global agreement that every global agreement would have to get past the Supreme Court. End of story. And so anything that infringes upon our sovereignty, the Supreme Court's going to kill. So let me just say, this is kind of off topic, but the one reason I still kind of have a little confidence that shit ain't going to go completely off the rails here is because our Supreme Court are not necessarily mostly MAGA people. The conservative core, even John Roberts, are old school, 20, 30 years on the bench, Reagan type Republicans. So they're very conservatives fiscally and culturally, and they are fucking patriots in their own right.
Right.
I do not see them allowing some of the shit that we've seen that suggests Trump's going to try to do something that's way off the constitutional fucking rail. I don't think so.
Yeah, they're not going. They don't look like they're going to allow it.
He's doing a lot of this stuff. He's doing a lot of that stuff. Like, who was that guy who got his fucking legs blown off, who walks around in the IDF uniform? The congressman who walks around in the IDF uniform who has no legs.
What?
You don't know what I'm talking? Where are you? Oh my God! You guys.
I don't know. I told you. I don't know names and shit.
So this guy tried to put up a bill that he tried to put up a bill that would pull your passport if you boycotted Israel.
Oh, okay.
That shit got shot down before it even got put into the bill.
Good.
But it was all over the news for a couple of days. So there are checks there. I still trust the checks and balances here.
I also get excited that at the sort of WEF level, the Agenda 2030, by their own admission, is far off track and like couldn't possibly be carried out. And I'm like, well, then we fucking won. It's like, it's done. I mean, don't stop being vigilant and whatever. And there's a lot of problems to solve, but like, that was the biggest problem we were facing. Was Agenda 21, which they essentially like pulled off at the last minute sort of with COVID, but actually it backfired on them heavily. And now Agenda 2030, and it's not going to happen. So there we go. We're done. No more globalism. It seems like a lot of it's dead in its tracks, at least. And by their own admission, again, they're like, they're not going to be able to fulfill what they said they wanted to do.
So, oh man, I got to find this video. I want to play this. It might take me a minute to find this because Elon Musk, one of his 50 baby mamas, is a singer named Grimes. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hadn't she be doing some interviews or some shit?
She's a nightmare.
Yes. Yes. Did you see the most recent one that she said some crazy shit?
What'd she say?
She's talking like very casually. You got to find it. You got to find that. So she's talking real casually, and then all of a sudden she said something along the lines of, yeah, so we're going to have a sudden population collapse soon. And then she just continued with her conversation like she didn't say it. It was
interesting,
pretty wild. You see, normally people like that, I'm just like, you're crazy. But when they like get $50 million a year from Elon Musk, I kind of think twice about it.
She's interesting. She's pretty intelligent, even if her music is stupid. No offense to anyone who likes her music.
She looks stupid. She looks like somebody's girlfriend who needed a gig, so they made her a singer.
But she does actually have some sort of intelligence, especially in terms of like what is happening with the technological revolution, if you want to call it that that's her sort of like wheelhouse. That's how her and Elon Musk apparently met, was that they both made the same pun about this thing that's like Rococo's paradigm, or I don't remember what it's called, but essentially it's the idea of like, should you bow down to AI from the beginning, assuming that it will reach sentience so that you are never targeted for removal by it because you didn't serve it from the beginning, right? Or if you don't, what will happen? And so he and her made the same pun about that postulate. Basically, that's how they hit it off, and that's how they supposedly started dating. So she's not like stupid, but she also is so lost in that world. I feel like she's like she assumes we're all going to be living in digital immersion, sort of like the robot Sophia threatened, right? That we're all going to be just in the simulation and on purpose, and that we want to be there and we don't want to leave it, and that sort of thing. But what is she in on? Like, if she's, like you said, running at these highest levels, like, does she actually know something? Has she seen something that the rest of us haven't seen, right? Does she know the plan that the rest of us aren't quite in on?
No, she she don't know shit, man. I'm giving you the real. Like, these folks that pop up out of the wazoo and start talking, I'm just like, right. I mean, you ain't been saying
Lower
that this whole
likely.
time. Now it's time for me to speak up. Really? Right now's the time.
She's like, actually, I just need attention. Here's some things I'm going to say. Remember me? Buy my album.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there to a T. So it's like, damn, I had her up there, but I wasn't listening to her because it said one of Elon Musk's baby mama. I was like, I said, she ain't saying shit. I probably should listen to it.
I think she's one of the only ones that was actually like in a relationship with him,
Oh, so like some sex. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
like they
saying?
were, I don't know, did they get married? I don't remember, but they were together for a while, physically, like in an actual relationship.
So that might even did the nasty. I mean,
Seemingly.
so Elon might have got that one for real, as opposed to just coming in a cup. Somebody going and pouring it on her. That shit's
Man, I
weird,
can't
man.
find that video. It got scrubbed.
Dude, it was up here on damn X, and of course now that all that's on my X is football. So, I mean, I didn't click save on that one. I probably should have, but I didn't think nothing about it because it was, I don't know. It's kind of like the was it Ashley St. Clair chick. She was looking to. I know it wasn't that long ago. She was looking to get some more money or whatever, and she also said that Elon was a bad father. I was like,
Well, he's not even
"Oh."
really in the picture, so he
I'm
never
like,
planned
duh.
to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
Uh,
mean, he ain't never there. Duh. I
You
mean,
can't hold someone to standards they didn't promise to keep,
yeah,
in
you
my
damn sure
opinion.
can't, and I can't find it. I'm gonna keep scrolling through.
So I think
Um,
also Grimes was the one that he had. So they had like a real relationship. They were actually close. I think, they actually had sex and they actually produced this baby. And then that baby's the one they named after a demon or whatever. That's the baby. It was with her, I believe.
okay, I think I might have
oh,
found
so
her
his
here.
kid, who's like he's got like a serial number, right?
Yeah.
X
Yeah.
something like
X.
that's her kid.
Yeah, I think so. And
Uh,
they call him
here,
Ash, even though his name is like fake X E to the underscore F. I don't even know what it is. This is some like demonic name, allegedly.
here's one. Here's
She is not pretty.
one
Sorry, Grimes.
one snippet.
Yeah. Overall, I think there's quite a bit of abdication of responsibility around like what are we going to do as people's jobs start being taken fairly aggressively. Luckily, there's a massive population drop coming, so maybe everything is just fate and it's going to work out okay. But I feel like we might get like very, very, very good AI across every pillar of art before there aren't any more people to make art.
So you
He just rolls right past it and kind of laughs at it.
He said, "Luckily, there's a massive population drop coming. Luckily, thank God, as some folks are leaving in groves too. It's gonna be huge. Could that be what you're looking for, Corey? That dropout? I mean, you said you ain't seen it yet.
Hey, as long as I ain't part of it.
I don't know, man. Might be nice. Get out of here.
Isn't it? At sudden drop, and because she was talking about jobs and stuff, and what was it? They had just shown what was it? An AI actress that supposedly has gotten famous. What's her name? The name they gave that AI actress, Tillery. Was that her name? Or something like
Hillary,
that. Were yeah, I know.
like
That I think that was the
artillery.
last name. Yeah,
Hillary?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the first
God,
Well,
name.
hold on. What's
they also have the AI fucking legislator in like Lithuania or Albania, one of the two.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tilly is her first name. Tilly
Like
Norwood.
just Tilly, guys.
This is
Totally cute
this is the
name, not a
AI.
weird AI thing at all.
Yeah, AI generated actress, and then folks are scared.
Scared.
I'm scared for them.
I'm
Look,
scared for them.
look. I done said it. The people that need to be scared is the women who sell punani,
That's true.
because your market is gonna dry up quick with this AI shit,
Never
because they can
talks
get them to
back.
do, and they can get them to do whatever they want to do on the spot.
Anything.
They just type the prompt. You know what I'm saying? Type the prompt right in. And so that's the one. That's the ones that need to be, because then they ain't gonna be able to be a poser hoe no more. They're gonna have to be a real hoe for the folks who want to really feel it. I know y'all remember the Demolition Man. Remember that movie with Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes,
I don't remember what happens.
and
though.
and him and the girl, they were feeling each other. It's like, okay, let's have sex, and he's like, all right, I'm ready. And she gives him the damn virtual headset. He put on. So, oh, that's how we have sex now. You don't actually do it.
Oh,
What? You hadn't seen that,
I don't remember.
Lindsay? Oh, okay.
I think
Well,
I was high. I don't know.
okay. So it's demolition. So it's a cop
Every
and
restaurant is
the
Taco Bell.
Oh, wow.
yes, it's a cop at the time, and then there's a bad guy at the time, a criminal at the time, and they're kind of going back and forth, and the cop finally catches him, which is Sylvester Stallone, but for some reason they sentence both of them to like 50 years in a cryogenic state, and so they get unthawed. Like somehow Wesley Snipes, they unthaw him to do his trial stuff, and he escapes. So they're like, oh, the only guy who's been able to match up with him is Sylvester Stallone. So they unthaw him. It's like 50 years later.
Go
Folks
get him.
using seashells to wipe their asses. He goes to use the bathroom. He's like, where's the toilet paper at? Oh, there's no toilet paper. It's those shells right there. So what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? So I feel like that's what it would look like if we got froze and woke up 50 years later. This should
Dude,
be some wild shit.
imagine the people
That'd
from
be
50 years
wild,
ago seeing what's happening now, right?
dude. That'd
What,
be like,
people
what
from
kind
like
of
the
witchcraft
60s?
y'all got?
Like 50s?
That'd
I
be,
guess it's a little longer than 50 years, but
that's what I'm saying. That it's witchcraft. If you drug them up to this time now, they'd be like, what the hell? Even what was it? The movie Old Boy, where he locked him up for
Oh.
20 years. Old Boy's a fucked up movie. I'm
Corey
telling you
looks
that much right now.
disturbed. If Corey looks
Hey,
disturbed, I don't know if I can handle this movie.
yeah, no, it's a revenge
No.
movie.
Uh,
It's a
No,
revenge
don't
movie,
watch
but
it.
it's like a double revenge movie. So he's
No.
getting revenge, but then somebody else got revenge on him at the same time, and you're like, wow.
yeah, I can't do that.
It was
No,
brutal.
but yeah,
Also,
but
what's
here,
that one with the blue diamond? What's that one with the blue diamond?
the Blue Diamond.
The blue diamond tattooed on the dude right here. I forget what that movie was called. That was another one of them sick movies.
I can't
with
think.
ending
Yeah, but
like
you see,
that.
here's the deal: is that Old Boy, that shit comes anything from China and Japan. Those movies, them niggas are fucked up. You think
It's all the
America's fucked
repression.
up?
It's all the repression.
They are fucked up, son.
They
I
are.
mean, they do some wild shit in these movies. I mean, like, y'all okay over there?
No.
Who
Yeah,
brought
what's
it?
the racial slur for Japanese people?
I don't know. Let
Man,
me
how do
look.
we got to Google this?
Japs?
How the fuck? How? No, that ain't enough.
That's not good enough.
When the oh, a damn nip.
Yeah.
That's still boring.
That's what it is.
I don't think they got one that's really insulting at all.
Nip.
It's because they have the best
It's
society
probably
on earth.
it's probably some shit that the Chinese call them that really
True.
hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
find out
they
what the
probably
Chinese
call them nips.
Oh, what the Chinese? What? Oof.
Asian slurs.
What, chink is just too like universal to
Yeah,
matter?
more Chinese than anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jap is really the only thing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh.
boring.
Okay, this
Yeah.
one, the most widely used one is Xiao Riben, Xiaorriben, and it means little Japan or little Japanese. And then they
When the
have
last time?
Xiao Riben Guizi, which is little Japanese devil.
That's not very
You
good.
see, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
if
here
I've
we go.
ever
This is a good
actually
one.
seen a Japanese person because Japanese, Chinese, all.
Riben Gu means Japanese dog,
Okay.
Okay.
Getting better.
and I think that's the worst of them all. God, they're even in their slurs, they're polite.
Yeah, true. Dog.
Well, you see the it's hard to beat the ultimate slur, okay? Which is nigga. It's hard to beat the ultimate slur. That's the ultimate slur all time. It's got the heavyweight belt. It cannot be stripped from it. All right.
It's true.
There's no challengers. Okay. There's nothing close. All
Carries
right.
too much power. What about cunt? That's not really racial,
Yeah.
I guess.
That's usually just towards women.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
but
Australians.
Look,
Yeah.
women would rather hear cunt than moist. A lot of women, when I say moist around them, they're like, "Oh my god,
I
I'm
don't
like, "You
understand
all
that.
right?"
I have known so
say
many people
moist,
who have
bud.
that problem, and I'm like, I don't. It's just a
Mhm.
word. It's fine. Don't you want moist cake? I do.
Nope, moist. For some reason, I guess they start thinking about their vagina for some reason.
Yeah, gross. Like, why are
That's
they grossed out by their own vagina?
well, I mean,
Self-hate there.
yeah, there it is, self-hatred. People say I got self-hatred all the time, which I'm coming out with a video is about to drop about the hardest thing to maintain as a black man. So that video is going to drop right here shortly.
What you should just make a podcast called Self-Hating Black Man. All the leftists will hate it, and everyone else will listen, right?
Well, I've already been told that I hate myself. And
Oh, I
look,
know. I remember when I was a communist and I was like, well, what about those black people who are like Republicans? And people are like, oh, they're self-hating. Huh, okay. Like, that's just the catch-all for anyone who doesn't agree with you, but is an
Yes.
oppressed minority. They're self-hating.
Yes, yes. And the number one way to become a self-hater is, as a black guy, is to date a white woman. They automatically say you don't like your mama, you don't love your race, you don't love yourself.
Dude, like, it is weird to only be attracted to people who look like you. I mean, it's cool if you are. I don't care. I had a thing where I was like, I'm like, every race is cool except Asian guys. And then I dated an Asian guy. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm not that racist either. So like,
I just feel like Asian people smell funny.
You talking about Indians, man? Indian people.
I don't know. Maybe prejudice.
You talking about Punjabs? That's what you talking about.
well, if you
Damn
travel, the whole
Punjabs.
world smells weird. Like, America is a quite smell goody place compared to the rest of the world. Like, we are very conscious of how things smell, and the rest of the world doesn't give a shit.
They're funky, boy.
Yeah.
They're funky booty. They don't give a shit. So bring me that funky booty. I don't even care.
Dude, did we already talk
but-
about this? I found out that when you get like whatever it is, butt injections or butt whatever, like your
the
your butt
BBLs?
stinks.
Yeah, yeah.
What the
'Cause you got
fuck,
rotten flesh.
dude? What the
'Cause you got
fuck,
rotten flesh.
actually? God damn it. Stop fucking putting rotting flesh in your bodies, you freaks. Who gives a shit what your
Yeah, the
butt looks
BBL.
like? Get a hold of yourselves.
No,
My
everybody
God.
does.
My
The butt
God.
is if you're not working on your glutes, if you're not trying to get that pump back there, then you ain't doing it right. Everybody's trying to get a fat ass. Now they're saying they're not trying to get a fat ass for a man. They're saying they're not doing this for the male gaze.
Not
All
doing
right,
it for
that's
the
not what
gays.
this is for. But I know what it damn sure ain't for. It ain't to help me move my furniture.
For real.
Okay, you lifting all these weights.
I guess I'm like privileged. I have a naturally gigantic ass, and so maybe I don't know what it's like to not have an ass. So I don't, but I also have really small boobs, and I've never needed a breast job. So I don't actually think it's about my body. I think it's that I realize putting weird, strange things in your body in places where they don't belong will eventually fuck you up in some way. Like there's really no point. There's no long-term benefit here. I had a
Yeah,
tattoo
you
artist
got
who
to
did
have
my
maintenance.
back piece, and she saved up like 10,000 or 15,000 or something. And you know, when you're a tattoo artist, even when you're really good and you have a lot of people like she did, it still takes a while. Like you don't make that much money. So she saved up, saved up, saved up how many years? She got her breast implants and she got like a tummy tuck. And by the next time I saw her, which was probably like a month or so away, all the tummy tuck was gone. Her tummy was flabbing out again, and her breasts were like, somehow getting smaller. And I was like, so you spent all this fucking money and you saved up all those fucking years, and now you just have this thing that's within months undoing itself. Good God.
Yeah, but the question is who did she do that for? Because I hear this a lot that oh, I'm doing this for me.
That's what she said too. And I was
Do
like, well,
what?
clearly you're doing it because you feel like other people don't value you enough.
That's it.
Yeah.
Stop. I wish people would stop lying to me. Just
I know.
Bo, it's
Well, they're
too
lying to
easy.
themselves.
Yeah, but
They
but it's like,
genuinely think
damn.
that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when the chicks say, "Oh, I'm coming in here in my most comfortable outfit." I said, "They ain't no way that's your most." Because I see you when you're in your most comfortable outfit. You're wearing a damn t-shirt that's 4 times the size that
Hair's
you need
all
to be
fucked up.
wearing.
Yeah.
Your hair fucked up. Look like you just got done throwing up.
You look
I see
bad.
what you look like when you comfortable. You be
For real.
stinking. I'll be like, damn, girl. I mean, when you leave, at least wash your ass. I see you be rolling up in the Bojangles at about 12:30 on a Sunday, looking like hell. Saying that's when you look. But when you're in the gym and you got your pants cinched all the way up in your ass crack. You've got it cinched all the way up in your coochie, so it makes the perfect outline of your fucking pussy, and it's just hanging out. It's like I ain't doing this so nobody looks at it. I'm like, okay. I mean, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, that's so. I'm picking up what you're putting down there. My Tommy gun, on the other hand, he's having a problem with what you're saying. I mean, it's like, come on now. Why you gonna lie to me? You mean to tell me that you coming in here, you getting this fat ass, you know what I'm saying, just so you can go home and look at it in the mirror?
And it smells like
That's what you
trash.
doing.
So here's the thing, man. Like, I think the factor you're not considering is that most people are lying to themselves.
Yeah.
They ain't just lying to you. They lying to themselves.
They can't admit
It's
the
a-
truth. Yeah.
It's like when they put the makeup on and all that stuff, and get ready, and it's like, oh yeah, oh I just want to look good for me. I remember my woman I've been with for 11 years. She was like, yeah, whenever I would go to work when I was crushing on you, I would make sure that I took a shower, did my makeup and all that stuff before I came into work because I wanted to look good, so you would notice me.
Yeah.
Duh. I mean, come on now. I mean, why you? I know what you're doing. You doing so somebody notices. That's it. So let's get together on this. Let's not try to cut any corners, and then we can all be happy. You know,
You know that the amount of
ish.
healing you'll experience when you admit to yourself, oh, I was about
Oh
to get a
yeah.
butt implant to impress some guy who's then going to value me for my butt instead of anything else about me. Now you can really heal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm about to go and I'm about to take this Ozempic or GLP-1 that's gonna eat my bones, make it where I can't make it where I throw up everything I eat. I got delusions, I got fucking hallucinations, and and then I'm gonna get my butt implants, I'm gonna get my titties done, but I'm just doing this all for me so I can look good in the mirror. I'm not
For real.
doing it for anybody else.
Oh,
So you gonna
my
go through all that pain for nobody to notice? I mean,
right.
it's like when a
My
girl gets her hair
doctor,
done. When a girl gets her hair done, it's like she wants somebody to compliment on her hair.
Yeah,
And
and
like
even the
so
thing like
when
I feel good when I do it. It's like, well, you feel good because you told yourself people will like you better when you do this. That's why it feels good to you. It doesn't just automatically naturally feel good. Kids don't feel better when they have a haircut. They don't give a fuck. In
yeah,
fact, they
because
usually hate
what
it.
have happened? What have happened? You as a guy, you'll come in because you see him, you won't think nothing about it. He's like, "Oh, did you not notice my haircut?" They want you to notice.
It's true.
They want you to notice.
If you
They
don't
want somebody
notice.
to comment on it. They want affirmation that it looks good. Affirmation. That's what they're looking. That's what we're all looking. So it's like, it's okay if you're looking affirmation. Tell me you're looking affirmation.
Yeah.
All right. Tell yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, look, I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this so I can find a damn man. All right?
Just
That's
technically
what I'm
okay
trying
too.
to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
which
be
is
honest.
fine. Yeah, and it's okay. But we just lie to ourselves about everything. Yeah.
Well, people are also
We
like
just
commonly say to me, like, oh, you're so lucky. You don't have to wear makeup to look good. And I'm like, thank you, also. But also, I don't think anyone has to wear makeup to look good. I technically don't think most people look better in their makeup. They just look different. And then if people get used to seeing you that way, and then you take all your makeup off, they're going to be like, ah, right? Like, oh God, what happened to her? But if they never saw you in makeup in the first place, they'd just be like, yeah, that looks good. That's you. I mean, like, I don't know, not everyone looks great to everyone, but do you know what I mean? Like, nobody would be judging
mm,
you necessarily. But if you do it, now you have to do it forever. And so I just never started. So I'm just fine. I don't have to put it on. If I put it on, people would be like, what? What is she doing? Why does she
so
look
what
like
you
that?
got going on? Who
Yeah.
you trying to show out for?
Dude, and I've had
That's a-
people do my makeup like professionally, and I think I look fucking retarded. Like, I'm like, that looks good to people? Like, this is what people want me to do to my face? Yuck.
Because they layer it
Hey,
on.
It's
people should
gross.
maybe simplify things and take a cue from the swingers who they hang stuff on their door, right, to like indicate what they're into. Isn't that how that thing goes?
Yeah, the
But what if people
pineapple.
just
Yeah.
what if people just walked around with like indicators? Like you had a little thing on your shirt, and it just had like your your 5 little things that you're into, and then people would know exactly what they're getting into beforehand.
You're like furry, anal sex, like trans.
Ooh, never mind. I'll pass. All
I
right.
was thinking more like
And look,
looking, like long walks on the beach.
Oh, okay. Normal stuff.
and look. This if folks want to do this, that's their own thing. But for me, if a chick was ever like, "Hey, put it in my ass," I'm like, the relationship's over. Look, I'm not. I'm not fucking with your booty hole, all right? So it already lets me know what type of stuff you get down with, all right? And I just can't do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and part ways early. That's why when folks are like, "Oh, wait to have sex," yeah, but you been done got all deep into it, then then she been done told you she in some wild shit. Now you done held up a whole bunch of clock. You're like, ho, bud. Now you can't fulfill the need.
That's
Now
fair.
they got to figure out who's gonna be able to do that. And it is a need.
But isn't
One
like
thing to let you know.
wouldn't most fetishes or kinks be from porn? I mean, like, is someone like born an anal sex lover? Like,
I don't know,
or is that
foot
something that's
fetishes
like
and stuff.
happened to them
Well,
because
I
they like
here's the thing: there were fetishes long before there was adult entertainment.
that's
So
fair.
I'm sure then people in the 1600s were doing some freaky shit. The Caligula
That's
days, fuck. They'd stick it where they drill a hole in you and fuck it. I mean, they do some weird shit.
Yeah, I think that's just human condition where people are just into stuff. Like the guys that are into feet, I'm like, feet?
That's fair. Yeah.
Like
So
the
I
feet
think
turn you on?
It's like
I have a
psychological.
memory. I have a memory of having a memory of this, so I don't know how accurate it is, but I recalling watching this thing on like TV or YouTube or whatever that explained, and this is like a decade ago, that in the brain where it registers your where your visual cortex or whatever interprets boobs is like right next to feet in where the brain is, and it's literally a rewiring. So where you normally see
Okay.
boobs and it would turn you on, you see the feet and you have that same reaction to feet.
That's the best explanation I've ever heard
Okay.
of that,
Okay.
of foot fetish. Yeah.
So that needs
I
some
thought it
triple
was like,
checking, but that does make sense.
well, I remember like back when you could only see a girl's ankles, and so you'd like judge her whole body by the ankles. So you'd be like, oh, is it thinner? You know, and then it gets wider, or like whatever. Is it like fat? Now you know, like no, her body's not good. So I was like, maybe the feet are like this indicator of the rest of the body. But your explanation makes way more sense.
I mean, so what that would imply is it's not just, oh, you like something because you like it. There is a normal thing that you're supposed to like in a certain way, and that is a mistake that's going on it's a cross-wiring situation. So that could be an argument used to say, no, you're supposed to be doing it this way, right? Weird,
Yep.
but authoritarian, but still,
That
nonetheless.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I wonder how many things we have like that actually, that are like aberrations. Not
The
even just
kid
with
thing,
sex,
I'm
but with like
convinced is that
everything.
too. The whole kid thing has to be that.
Ugh.
It has
You
to be
have
just
to
a
kill 'em.
cross-wiring of the brain. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
if their brain
in
is
such a
broken.
manner
You
that's
just gotta take them
irreparable.
out.
You gotta take them out.
You
There's no other way.
Just gotta take them out. It's like there's no cure. I can't
I'm
help you.
pro death penalty for all
See,
pedophiles.
I've kind of oscillated on the death penalty over the years because a lot of times people get the death penalty for some bullshit. I mean, you kill one or two people, they give you the death penalty. Fucking Dick Cheney murdered how many millions of people? He ain't got shit. So sometimes it's so disgustingly out of proportion.
Yeah.
And like giving people the death penalty for political statements like they're going to do with this Charlie Kirk case, don't really agree with that either.
No.
I think death penalty should be reserved for the worst of the worst. Like if you are so irreparable that you're just a detriment to society, you'll never be able to conform to modern society. That's it. You got to go. But other than that, like,
well, that's the thing.
It's kind of rough for me to want to sign off on a lot of times.
Right. Yeah, totally makes sense. That's the thing with like sex offenders, right? We have not ever had one case where they were rehabilitated.
Well,
in all of human history.
They just can't rehabilitate.
So you're like, so do we imprison this person forever, or should we just kill them and get it done with? Like they are never going to change by factual. You cannot. So why keep them around?
Well, I mean, it's the hope. You know, hope.
So that's a stupid.
That's the thing, right? Yeah, that's what we're working right now. We're working with the hope that things may change.
That's like like people, they're like, oh, you just raped a kid and like robbed this house and you're on drugs the whole time, but we're gonna let you off on no bail, and we're just gonna assume you're gonna come to your trial. So come back, okay? You're like, what is this level of hope? Like, who are you people?
Yeah. Okay. You coming back, right? It's like, yeah, right? I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm a man of my word.
I feel like we should trust him.
Hey, it makes sense to me. You know, and when they told me that they didn't let any dangerous criminals out, you know, back there in the disease that should not be named, and then you go and look, and they let somebody out who had chopped some ninja's head off and stuffed them in their trunk and drove 3 states over. I was like, I thought you said you didn't let anybody dangerous out. I was like, well, it's just a little decapitation, transporting the body across state lines and shit. I mean, ain't that big a deal.
What, you're gonna judge him for that? You racist, bigoted, something.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, is that really dangerous in the scope of things? You know what I'm saying? In the grand scope. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Amazing. Though, like they seemingly intentionally let out like the worst people, I think hoping that all of society would like break down, and it didn't. Like there's just like didn't seem to really matter that. I mean, it matters to some people deeply because some people got murdered, but overall, right, the chaos level, not that high.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cory, I got I don't know if you've seen this, but you did tell me you were watching the Myron versus Tatum on the Israel stuff. Somebody I seen a post, or I seen a guy talking about that people were influencers or creators were getting $7,000 per post to post some good shit about Israel.
Yeah, every single one of those people should go to jail.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing through the grapevine, and then I think Tatum had said that, man, $7,000 isn't that much. I was like, for one post.
So he's an interesting. So
is that the black cop guy?
The black cop guy.
Yeah.
So I got a couple things to say about that. If you leave a police career, but then your whole shtick is officer, there's something wrong with you. He obviously he only did 6.5 years, and he said on that show, in that 6.5 years, he was a field trainer, which is ridiculous. There's no self-respecting agency going to make anyone a field trainer with less than God. The least amount I've seen in a field trainer was like 8 years, maybe 10 years. They want to know you're on point. You're in that. If you become a field trainer, you're in that little club that they know you ain't going to do some dumb shit. You've already been around long enough to establish your golden child status. Those are the people who become field trainers first. Okay.
Makes
Well,
sense.
at least at a good agency, like the first agency I worked for. Actually, both agencies I worked for were real good in that respect. So the idea that he did field training and he was in SWAT and he did all these things that he said he did in 6.5 years, I find sus, because you don't even know what the fuck you're doing for like 4 or 5 years, period. You don't know shit for 4 or 5 years. And so the idea that he would do all that in that time to me is very sus. And then if you leave and you cling to that title, why the fuck didn't you just stay? What's your problem? Trust me, when you get in, it is like you won the lottery. Because we see so many people get rejected. I would say like 70 in the good old days when they had standards, like 70% of people got rejected from application. Okay. And if you made it past the polygraph and all that stuff, like I've seen a bunch of people wash out in that process. Hell, my graduating academy class, out of 25 people so, I could probably count on one hand how many people actually made it and got hired and made it to the road and stuck around. I mean, it's really amazing.
Yeah.
So for him to cling to that officer label after having left, it tells me he didn't leave of his own volition. Either something happened or he got injured and had to leave. But
Was
when
it
you're
the
in,
vaccine? Was it the vaccine
I don't
that
know.
he?
I don't have
might
any
have been.
idea.
Yeah.
No. He's been doing content since before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're in, really, it's like that's your life. It's your identity. It's who you are. And the idea of leaving is crazy. It's for everyone. It's no exception. So I don't understand why he would leave and cling to that label of officer at all. It makes no sense to me at all. Because people who do that are cucks for the job and cucks for the system. And I didn't have that fucking problem whatsoever when I fucking left. I was like, fuck these people. You know?
I
So,
wonder, like, I feel like it's his brand, like, oh, I'm a black Republican police officer, so you know what you're getting over
he said
here.
he also said he had 20 to 30 employees, but his show sucks and it's stupid and his numbers aren't half as fucking good as people like Myron. And I got a general estimate on how much they motherfucking make. I don't know how the fuck he employs 20 to 30 people, making half as
Yeah.
much money as people that I know who have 2 employees. You
Weird.
know, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's this guy doing with all these employees? Where's he getting this money from? Oh,
so
obviously,
He's doing. I'll be right back.
But we seem to know that he got money from Israel to promote Israel.
If you do that for free, you're even worse of an idiot than I thought.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think plenty of people are doing it for free, but yeah, there's a lot of people who are.
Here's the deal. Like, I don't really fucking get down on people for taking money from people, because I'd rather have an American have money than them stupid Israelis. If you can just take their money, take their fucking money, because fuck them, But like, don't be fucking shilling for Israel. Don't be
Yeah,
fucking shilling. Like, I don't understand how another fucking country can come in and just fucking lobby shit in this country at all. Like, what the fuck do you think it could happen in Japan? No. You think it's gonna happen like even India? No. China? No. Russia? They put you in a gulag? No. Fuck. Come with America and just lobby for your country, you fucks. No, that's because Israel killed Kennedy and they took over our country and handed us off to the Jewish establishment on
So I
November
keep-
22nd, 1963.
Yeah. I keep thinking too about like the weaponization of radical, like intifada based Islam, right? By the Jews. And then it's super interesting because it's like, well, you're empowering them to spread
Here's the thing.
Islam, but
I don't really fault all the fucking jihadi motherfuckers who are in America today. I don't blame them for any of the current situation, or even Britain. I don't blame the fucking Muslims for that. They were funneled into that country by
Yeah.
bad policy written by Jews.
Exactly. So like they were weaponized by Israel, but then it's just
Yes.
weird to me for an ethnicity or a religion, whatever Israel might be, or just a government, right? It's weird for me that they would purposely promote this enemy, super violent religious base, because like that could very easily just take fire and turn against you, right? How are you going to control that, basically?
The thing is, parasites infect a host and then they die with it. They don't
Fair.
take over.
Yeah.
They die with the host. And this is how
Yeah.
stupid they are. They don't understand anything. These people have this much fucking foresight. They think their fucking God's going to save them. That's what this is all about. God will give them dominion over the mongrels. That's their fucking, that's what they think.
Weird.
This is dangerous to the level. Yeah. This is dangerous to society, to humanity. You know, of all the people in the world I look to save us on a global scale, it ain't our country. I swear to God, it's like fucking Putin and fucking Xi in China. Japan, maybe. They just got, dude, Japan just elected the fucking most, they just elected a female Hitler.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, who is this lady? Like, is this a WEF person? No, it looks like it's a pretty fucking traditionalist, like, let's maintain Japan.
She's gonna fucking deport everybody, bro. If you ain't got like 7th generation Japanese in your system, you ain't getting in this country.
Which they should. Like, good for them. It makes me want to move there more. All the places that I love don't want me.
I want to see all the Japanese culture shit come back to like on the old school shit come back into the modern culture. I want to see a revival of all that stuff. They're embracing their heritage. That's amazing. That's amazing to me.
Like,
and yeah, fuck me. Don't let me in.
Can I come be a peon? Can you? I'll come and you can laugh at me. How about that?
They need to send a few fellas over there to help them with that population crisis, though, because they ain't doing enough fucking. It's like maybe she'll be able to get them back on board with that. What's that the new pill that keeps popping up on my X timeline? Hims. It also popped up on a commercial. You had 3 women. It's like, oh yeah, when I see him pop one of these, I know it's time. It's like, why you want your dude to be pounding on you for like 2 hours? It's like it's not gonna feel good. Like it's like it's too long. Matter of fact, like as a dude, you start to feel weird if it goes too long. You're like, man, I should be close to finishing.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, it's like like I know people are like, oh yeah, I fuck for hours. So, first off, stop. Okay, that's nonsense. Second off, do you look at the clock before you start? I mean, do you be like, okay, all right, so 6:19, this is when we're starting, okay, and then
all right, so let me stop you right there.
Like,
this is very much possible if you have the right ratio of crystal meth and Viagra. That's are good true. For hours.
Fair.
Yeah, but it's not gonna feel good for the woman. Like it's gonna come to a point where it's gonna. Man, I would like her to enjoy the time as well. You know what I'm saying?
What do they say? The average sexual encounter in which both parties reach, ejaculate, or coming, whatever we're supposed to call it. So I don't know. Both parties come. It's not that long. It's like 8 minutes. Yeah. So like you guys can all calm down. Just have sex for 8 minutes and have fun, or longer, whatever. But like, just take care of each other.
Yeah, but the intercourse part where the penis is in the vagina, that's 3 to 5 minutes. That's all that is. And it really don't need to be no longer than that. Just to be honest with you. Because as a dude, you get tired. It'd be like, damn, man, you can't fuck for longer. No, I'm doing most of the thrusting.
Yeah.
So back up. All right. I'm doing damn 98% of the work here now. So I mean, I'm tired. My back tired.
People have fucking acrobatics. They've got like swings and chairs and like toys and shit. And I'm like, you need all of that? I feel like something may be not going the best with you in your relationships if you need all of that. If you just like it, cool. If you need that shit, holy crap, dude. You need some therapy, I think. It's mental. It's mental and it's emotional. Like you got some blockages here.
Exactly.
What the hell you need a sex swing for? Just have sex.
Yeah. Speaking of mental blockages, I know you've seen the feud right now between J.K. Rowling and Emma Watson. I think
Oh, yeah.
Emma was on a recent interview, and she was asked, if a transgender, came into the bathroom with you, would you feel uncomfortable? Of course not. What about in the spa in the locker room? No, no, of course not. So you know what? Wherever somebody's at that knows that Emma Watson will be there, and you're a guy, I want you to go up there and say that you're a woman. I mean, you ain't got to look like one. You just say you are. And because Emma Watson is in there, this is alleged. This is alleged something that could happen. Walk in there and just pull your dick out. Just
This is the
walk in there
thing,
and just pull
though.
your dick out and throw your leg up. Have it out right
Right.
there in front of her.
She said. But she doesn't even fucking mean it. She has never been in a situation in her life where she might have just an unknown man walk in and pull his dick out, because she has always been rich since she was a fucking child. And she doesn't go to public spas and like public gyms and all this shit. There's
Did
no
she get
fucking way. And
Jeffrey
I think that
Epstein?
was J.K. Rowling's point, where she was like, well, it must be nice to not need to protect yourself and your daughters and your children from predators. It must be nice to be in that echelon of society where you've never had to wonder, what the intentions of some random guy is. But you're living in the lap of luxury, so you don't actually know. So you can go fuck yourself, Emma Watson. I like your cute little movies, but I don't like you.
Yeah, I mean, somebody needs to do it. Just I know it's gonna be hard pressed, but just somebody needs to do it. I know I'm a woman. God, it's like the video I seen. There was in California, grown ass man walked into the spa. Walked into the spa where in the locker room where little girls are changing and everything. Man came right in there full mast. Pulled it right out. And the woman went up to the counter. It's like, hey, there's a guy in there. So, oh no, it's transgender. It's not a woman. I just seen dick and balls. I mean, what we talking about? I mean, I just seen it. It was out. I got my daughter in there. My little girl. Oh, well, we can't discriminate. It's
So-
like,
I saw a video recently about a guy complaining to the cops in like Oregon, in Portland, that a naked dude came up to him and his little daughter while he was out, and the cop was like, "Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that." And so I went and read the statute, and it's the most ambiguous statute I ever read. They're allowed to be naked in public and walking around naked in public, as long as it's not for sexual gratification purposes.
Oh my God. I get it, because the hippies are like, we should be able to be naked in public. And it's like, well, sure, but like, no, because people aren't actually doing that in
That's why they
public.
have. That's why
Yeah.
they have those weirdo camps. You can go be naked in the weirdo camp
Right.
all you want.
Right, go be your nudist self in that place, but not in public, because we've all agreed actually that we don't want our children to necessarily see just a bunch of naked people everywhere. And so that's the society we live in, and you follow societal fucking rules. So I get where some leftists like made that law happen, but again, you have to imagine, like, what are the predatory people in the world going to use this for? Because they're fucking there and they're always going to be there. So what are the psychopaths and the predators going to do? That's who we're protecting ourselves from with laws. Right? Not like, what is the hippie gonna do? What is the fucking psychopath gonna do? He's gonna whip his dick out, walk up, and then a cop now cannot stop that. That's fucked up. You guys did this to
yeah, and
yourselves.
it's so easy to get you and your buddies together and go be butt naked somewhere out of sight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, this is an easy one. I mean, you can go and rent you a big ass house. Y'all go stay for a week and just be butt naked the whole week, right there in that house. I mean, it's like nobody really wants to see you butt naked in public.
Dude, and the people who want to be seen butt naked in public are fucking psychopaths and predators.
Yeah,
Normal
yeah,
people
it's
don't
like
want that.
yeah, it's like weird. Like even as a guy, like if there was some woman who just stripped down and was butt naked in public, I'd be like, so she's on crack. You know what I'm saying? She's on drugs. Something's wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is something off here because she's outside butt naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something's got to be wrong with her. Somebody needs to come help her. Police or something. They come pick her up because she on the bathing salts or something.
Yeah.
Something got slipped in her drink. We need somebody needs to come help her. So it's just like, but for some reason, we've got this thing where, especially when it comes Pride Month, which amazingly we didn't really see that this year, but the past years, when it's Pride Month, the dudes just be out there with their dick out having a parade. I'm like, what? Why is being gay associated with being butt naked in the street? Like I don't know where that correlation came in. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I'm gay, so I'm gonna go to this parade and get naked. What? I mean,
Yeah.
This seems like an
It's-
artificial push to intentionally divide society. Period. Because they've been gay people forever, and they kept in the shadows because normal people didn't really want to be around them or have them around their kids, and it was just a normal reaction at the time. The whole acceptance and tolerance thing was a slippery slope to where we're at today. And the only valid outcome of the whole thing is we are more divided as a society over this specific issue, right? So I remember back in the day when Clinton came out with what was it? It was like the don't ask, don't tell.
don't ask, don't tell. Yeah.
Don't ask, don't tell, right? And they got criticism because it was like, you're kind of acknowledging these people, but you're not acknowledging these people, right? Like, don't ask, don't tell should be society's motto for goddamn everything.
Yeah, true.
Everything. Mind your fucking business is what
Mind
the
your
fucking
fucking
motto
business.
should be.
Yeah.
Seriously, right? So where's the straight parade? Where's the straight parade
Cory.
where everyone's having all their kids? No, it ain't fucking exist. So fuck your pride
Cool.
parade. Pride in what?
Yeah, it's becoming harder and harder to mind your business because people openly put all their business on the internet. Every bit of it. I'm just like every
This is an
traumatic
op.
thing, everything that they're
Social
going
media is
through.
an op.
Yeah, they put up there their hookups. Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna call him last night, but I did call him, and he came through, and he left one in me, and then he didn't call me back the next day. I'm like,
Why are you
ma'am,
posting your L's online, dude? Just chill.
ma'am, I understand it's gonna get you views, but you feel a little like embarrassed.
Have you no
Usually
shame?
embarrassment will keep you from doing shit. Like you'd be like, "Well, I'm embarrassed about that, so I'm just gonna not say anything, keep that to myself." But no, we see it right here recently with was it with Aisha Curry? She got up on the podcast and she was speaking about Steph, and she was like, "Yeah, I didn't really want to be a wife or have kids. Steph told me he was gonna be a high school basketball coach, so I thought that I was gonna be the go getter girl. I was gonna have my career and all this stuff, and so I feel like I didn't really get my individuality, and I lost some years. I'm like, ma'am, you're married to a billionaire, and you see that's the type of shit that happens when the chick don't like you, man. 'Cause she get up there and she talk shit about you. It's just it, man. If she ain't stoked, she's got to be stoked and yoked about you, and if she ain't, dude, she get up on wherever and just talk shit, man. Because it's like I ain't really feeling him like that, but I'm with him because he provides so much for me. And a lot of women were like, "Oh, well, you see, this is why in your 20s you need to be out there exploring and finding yourself." I said, if I hear one more woman talk about finding themselves, I said, I see. I was like, all y'all bitches that be talking about finding yourself, I see you at 45 up there crying, talking about you can't find no man. You had plenty of time to find yourself. Did you find the motherfucker? Now that you found him, what you got? You ain't got nothing. And when you talking about out here exploring, you talking about getting fucked and chugged. You ain't talking about nothing of note. And is that great? You know what I'm saying? Is that what you want? Is that your legacy? So it's just like, no, if you find the good thing, then you need to stick with the good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't no guarantee that shit's gonna come back around to you later on. Some people get lucky, and later on in life they find somebody, but the majority of people don't. When you take an early L, they ain't nothing but L's the rest of your life. That's just it. So I mean, be grateful. Women out there telling other women just like, "Oh yeah, you need to be free," and you just think, I said, "But don't be passing up on good niggas now. You need to you keep passing up on them."
So also don't listen to women because they've done studies, and women who feel like they're underperforming sexually will intentionally sabotage other women, even subconsciously. So they'll be like, yeah, cut your hair short. Oh, dump him. He's horrible. Move on, girl, or whatever. And really, they're
Mhm.
like trying to make you fuck up so that they can feel more successful in their own, specifically sexual life. That's fucked up. And I look back at my life and I'm like, holy shit, it's true. Right? All the girls who were like
Mhm.
wanted me to cut my hair, told me to break up with somebody or whatever, like they were not actually doing well themselves sexually or with romance or whatever. So it's fucking fascinating, but also, don't necessarily look at your female friends and just assume that they're not for your best interest, but question their advice to you because even from a subconscious place, it might be sabotaging you.
Right, right. So what they say, single friends try to make you single.
That's fucking crazy to me. And you know
So
what?
she's
That's kind of funny. So even my married friends who are unhappy with their marriage were trying to like sabotage my good relationships. Holy shit. Oh, she's happy. Let's get it. Let's kill it. Right?
yeah, and so how we always talk about men in competition, women are in competition as well.
Even if it's not
They're,
for
they're,
like the
they're-
same guy, it's like an overall,
Mhm.
like they're keeping track. Like,
Exactly,
damn. Yeah,
exactly.
that's
They're
fucked up.
keeping track. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna close out for today. We appreciate everybody being for episode 205.
Wait,
I
one
think.
more thing.
Oh,
One more thing. Did you guys see the
okay.
triplet? Or I don't even know what you call it. It's 3 gay men in one relationship, and they've adopted their first baby.
Stop.
This should be illegal.
Fucking
It
crazy.
should be.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
That is
All right.
crazy, but it seems like that's
Yeah.
that's probably still only in certain places, and I feel like we've done a pretty good job of clamping down culturally on a lot of these things over the past, just since Trump been in office and has had some enforcement power behind it. So Libs of TikTok today put out some shit again about the Pooter school district up here, which is Fort Collins and like Estes Park and Loveland and North Colorado. And basically they had some after school club called the Anime Club. It was for like middle schoolers, and it it was actually a gay and lesbian fucking talk about your feelings club, and they told the kids to like not tell your parents, right? And it fucking got out. So today I went looking for the Fort Collins, city of Fort Collins DEI stuff because I found and downloaded. I got it somewhere, dude. Their fucking DEI program had like 50 fucking pages, and it was 100% pure communism. I mean, it had like 5 pages on equity and how everyone has to be at the same level, and it used like all these analogies, like at the fence, say with the buckets and they've seen that stupid shit. That's all been scrubbed. Everything about the DEI, modern DEI, has scrubbed. All of the stuff remaining is from 2023 and before. And that wasn't nearly as robust. So I don't know what to think
They're trying to
of
hide
that.
because they know they're going to get sued and like federal funding is going to be pulled and all these things because of the changes in all of the administration's goals. And so I think they're trying to hide it all. And but like, what do you call an adult who wants to hang out with a bunch of middle schoolers and talk to them about their sexuality and then tells them not to tell other adults about it? You call them a
Yeah.
fucking grooming pedophile.
Person. A good person.
A
Look,
who means well.
it's a good person who means well, and we're trying to educate. That's the main thing. Is we're trying to educate. Isn't that how you get away with everything? Oh, we're just
Everything.
trying to educate. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure there's no stigmas. And you shouldn't have any stigmas about this independent media token. Go pick you some up, okay? You need some Solana first, all right? You need just some Solana first. And then you can transfer that over into the independent media token. Phantom wallet. Get that
Oh, I
wallet
gotta,
today.
since
Get you.
you're talking
Okay.
about it,
You got some
I'm gonna
action.
take 2
Okay,
seconds.
we got
I
movement.
gotta let me
Okay. Okay.
let me just show you a little quick preview here, because we got a complete website redesign that's coming in from a new member of our team, which is, man, I ain't let nobody into the core team in years, and we got a guy who came out of nowhere and he's doing all this stuff for us. It's been great. Hope he doesn't work for the CIA. So this is a little preview of our brand new website. It should be up like in the next couple of days. Looks all professional-ish. Looks like all crypto-ish. Got all our wallet team and stuff. It's gonna, some changes coming to it, but like
Nice.
the little thing, the mouse moves and it moves and stuff. So like, yeah, that's all I can show you. Sneak preview. So
Yeah,
but we're still, we got a lot going on. We have a lot going on. We're going to hit that multi-million-dollar market cap really quicker than you think, and I'll explain to you why. Because being the way that decentralized exchanges work, and you have liquidity pools where it's equal on both sides, that means that the amount of IMT in the pool is equal to the amount of Solana in the pool at all times. It's a rule of the universe. So that means when Solana hits $2,000, like it's going to in the next year or two, our project will 10x along with Solana, just because it has to maintain the balance in the pool, and the pool dictates the price. So we're going to hit that multi-million-dollar market cap no matter what, even if people don't buy the damn token, just because Solana is going to $2,000, $3,000. That's a guarantee.
So you might as well buy the token.
You might as well buy the damn token because you need to get it. You need to get it. This is not financial advice, but you need to get it.
Please and thank you. We appreciate it. Hopefully Charlie be back with us next week. Lindsey, let him know a few things.
Go to Rogue Soul for my books, where you can find my show, all the places and the things, the classes I teach, and the one-on-one sessions. roguesoul.org.
And there it is. You got anything coming up? Any special guests?
I don't
Special
do guests
episodes?
anymore because I got so
Oh, you don't?
fucking sick of talking to assholes who think I'm stupid. So I just stopped
Guests
talking
suck.
to people. It's like
And
people
Oh.
think that because you're asking them questions, you don't know the answer. And I'm like, no, I know the answer. I'm trying to make you look good, you fucking idiot. So I got really annoyed by talking to people who didn't respect my intelligence. And so I just stopped interviewing people. But if I do find people who I haven't yet talked to and that I want to talk to, I'm going to do interviews, but it's not a thing I do anymore, really. I do, however, tomorrow have an episode coming out about extremist Islamic expansionism and the historic horrors of it and the weaponization of it today. So that'll be tomorrow.
Okay.
So here's what I learned about podcasts a long time ago. People tune into podcasts because they fucking like you. And that's it. What you're talking about is secondary.
So I just talk about what I like like what I'm already researching or thinking about or talking about. That's what my shows are about.
Yep. And that's why people are going to tune in. And it's not because of your guest. It's not because of none of that stuff. Really.
And I do love interviewing people. I love interviewing people who respect me. There's not a lot of them apparently, or I'm just annoyed with interviewing, so I stopped doing it.
Well, that does get a little rough. Of course, CoryHughes.org, bloodyhistory.substack.com. Sign up for that today. A Warning from History JFK book. Lee Harvey Oswald in black and white. He's working on the second book for Lee Harvey Oswald. Maybe a Christmas present, maybe a New Year's present. We're not sure yet, but we're there. We're getting close. Of course, me, HQ420.com for everything I do. We appreciate everybody being with us. We will catch y'all next week.